Don't leave me. I'm so sorry. Hello all, MikeRo here. Welcome to the start of Season 2. Spoilers straight off the bat are on your screen. Jack Grealish has gone to Norwich. It just stings. It just stings. £15 million we got for him, and the squad's had a little bit of an overhaul. Before we get stuck into anything else, let's just do the transfers right now because it's the best place to start. It's quite late at night. I just finished doing my transfer window. And I just had to do it now. Because I'm so excited by it all. I love a busy transfer window. And this one's been... Alright, let me know what you think afterwards once you've seen the players. But I'm excited. So yeah, we might as well start with the big one. Jack Grealish has gone, like I said, he's gone to Norwich for £15 million. Obviously had a very good season for us last year. Got 5 goals and 10 assists. Played at 7.02. He is a bit of a talisman for Villa, but because we didn't get promoted, he came to me and said he wanted to move after I tried to knock off a load of bids for him. People were trying to get him under value. I eventually sold him for £15 million, which in this market isn't really too bad. It just stank that it's Norwich and that they've given him the number 7 shirt. I did, however, have a chat with him before he left and said he'd always be welcome back, and he said he'd love to return one day. Hopefully that day will be when we're back in the Premier League, and when we're in the Premier League I can buy him back, because there's no way I want to continue the save without him. I love this boy. So there's been a bit of an exodus and switch around in the team. Jed Steer, Jordan Lydon and Richard DeLay have all been released from their contracts. They're gone. I still have a couple of players here who are out of contract but are still with the club in Alan Hutton and Micah Richards. In terms of the other big ones that went, the list is endless. You've got Scott Hogan, Gary Gardner, Ross McCormack, Jonathan Codger's gone for 750k, El Mohammedi went for 1.1 million, Nyland's gone for 475. Tishabola, who he never saw, he's gone to Sunderland for 750k, and then a couple of other players. It resulted in us getting £23.5 million in revenue, and it has all been spent on some other players. We brought in 5 loans, so we might as well start with the one that I'm probably not the most excited about. Panagiotis Luca, on loan from Atalanta in Italy. A very decent player when you look at his stats here. Physically, the man is an absolute beast. His heading is at 16, 6'4", and only 18 years old. Cyprian as well, which you don't often get. So he is a Cypriot. And yeah, we're very, very good. He's only rated 2 stars. The fans weren't too happy when I brought him in because he was actually the first signing I made. Actually, no, it was the second signing I made of the summer. Like I say, he's only on loan for a year. I think he's going to be a good backup option where we just try and maybe lump balls in. I realised last year that we didn't really have another way of playing. We only really had our kind of tiki-taka style. And normally, even though I want that to be the main way that we get through teams and really believe in the philosophy, I think it's always good to have a plan B. So, Luca, because I'm never going to be able to keep pronouncing this name, Luca, welcome. Things get a little bit more exciting now, as obviously because we've lost a lot of players on loan. We've lost Tuanzebe, we've lost just loads and loads of the loan players that we had last year. Tuanzebe is obviously the main one that springs to mind for me, along with Tammy Abraham, El Ghazi. You know, they're all gone. So I've had to do a lot of rebuilding, and Benoit Badiashile, he is going to come in at the back. He's on loan from AS Monaco, only valued at 850k. We're paying him 3.3k a week, but he's a very, very decent player. Recently got back from the Under-18s World Cup and was named the 3rd best player in the tournament and in, obviously, the team of the tournament. Physically very good, mentally at his age very good indeed. Got some good technicals as well, with 12 heading, 12 marking, 13 passing, 13 tackling. Good ball-playing defender, so it'd be nice to get him alongside James Chester, who's a bit more of a kind of battering ram leader. The less I see James Chester trying to pass, the better. Another centre-back that we brought in is Reece Oxford from West Ham, who coincidentally have been relegated down to the Championship, and they are definitely favourites to go up, but we'll get on to that later. Reece Oxford's a little bit of a legend on my channel, actually. In the Getting Hammered series, I pretty much played him from Season 1 all the way through to the end, or Season 2 when he came back off a loan, and I pretty much played him through all the way to the end. I can't remember, did I buy him for the Southampton save? I might have done. Either way, he's absolutely brilliant. 10 pros, 0 cons, 20 years old, English, so he does well for registration purposes. And yeah, I mean, he's just one of the most well-rounded young defenders you can get. You kind of forget that he's only 20 years old. If we get promoted, I can already guarantee that this boy is going to be brilliant. But now having 3 really strong centre-backs allows us maybe to play that 5-2-1-2 a little bit more comfortably than we could last year. This is awesome. But arguably the best defensive acquisition I have made is this boy, Lucas Mai, who I bought in from FC Bayern, again on loan unfortunately. I wish I could buy him properly. We're only paying him 2.2k of wages a week. But just look at the stats here. Look at the mentals on this boy. He's 19 years old, and who doesn't love a German defender? Bravery 15, composure 15, determination 15, teamwork 16. Technicals are very good. 13 heading, 14 for marking and passing and tackling. And his physicals are very good too. He's a little bit slow off the mark with only 10 acceleration. 12 pace isn't too bad, but 15 strength and 17 jumping reach at 6'3" makes him an absolute tower at the back. And it is most likely that he will be partnering James Chester when we play 4 at the back. I'm excited about this boy. And we have got one final loan, which is Harry Wilson. Yes, he went back to Liverpool, obviously after a very successful year at Derby last year, where he got 10 goals in 37 games. Not sure how many assists he got. 12 assists as well, so he was very good last year, 7.17. Obviously maybe a little bit too good for this division, but you look at the stats here, 15 acceleration, 15 dribbling, 16 free kick taking. He will obviously be taking most of our set pieces, 15 technique and 15 composure. This boy is going to be absolutely crucial how we get on this year. Albert Adoma did a brilliant job out on the right hand side last year, and I'm hoping he'll play a big part again this year. But Harry Wilson is maybe that bit of stardust that's going to help us kind of replace Jack while he's not here, because I do intend to bring Jack back. I keep talking as if it's just a loan. It's not a loan, he left me. So along with the 5 loanees, there were 4 money signings, and this boy, Lewis Miller, who I bought in for £1.4 million from Tenerife, as a deep line playmaker, looks brilliant. 24 years old, Spanish, can play any of those kind of midfield roles. And I think he's adding to a very strong region of ours anyway. We've already got Hurricane and John McGinn. And obviously to have this guy added in there as well is really going to help. Henry Lansbury as well. We've all got, I think they're all around about 3.5 stars, apart from John, who's 4. But you look at this guy here, he's got such well-rounded stats. Not a lot that really sticks out, but I think in terms of just a good deep line playmaker, which is something we didn't really have beforehand, who can actually kind of play on that more support advanced role, this boy is going to do the absolute business. Teamwork of 15 and work rate excited me, but the vision of 13 as well is something that we really need. Passing of 14 as well means hopefully he can help us unlock some of those annoying defences we kept coming up against. Obviously losing Tyrone Mings, and with Neil Taylor still a little bit injury prone and getting older, we had to get in another left back. And welcome, Greg Taylor, signed in from Kilmarnock for £2.8 million. He is a bit alright, yeah, he's 2.5 stars, but don't let that fool you. The boy's got some pretty good stats here. 15 bravery, and obviously work rate being really high is good. Marking 15, passing 14. Heading could do a bit of work with 10, but positioning 15 is not bad. Physically, he's not the best. I was looking for maybe a little bit more strength, but he is only 21 years old, and we have got quite a good coaching team, so I'm hoping we'll see some rapid improvement from him. But it looks very good. Potential is quite high as well, so I don't know if he'll get in ahead of Neil Taylor straight away, but it'll be good for him to learn from him. It's a good signing. Second to last one, and if any of you watch Docs, and I'd advise that you do, because he's one of my favourite YouTubers. I absolutely love that bloke. You will know of Paleo Maria from his Cardiff City FM 19 save, and this boy is absolutely brilliant. And we signed him in, was only for about 2.8 million? 2.7 million we signed him in for. Ceiling is so high on this lad. He's very good. Can play as an attacking midfielder, as a striker. So he's mainly probably going to be playing in that Jack Grealish role, I think, to start with. Because obviously we just had a hole that needs filling. In that 4-2-3-1, this is the guy that's going to sit in behind our strikers. Flair of 15, determination of 17 gets me a little bit excited. He's physically pretty well rounded and he's going to get better. And technically he's very good. Already got a lot of 13s and 12s. So at this level, he's very decent. And I bet you're asking where the majority of the Jack Grealish money went to. It went on this boy, Marco Tuminello, Tummy. I'm going to call him, Tummy. That's a great name. I spent £5.75 million on getting this boy in, and I don't think he's going to let me down. Whereas Tammy and Jonathan Codger let me down a little bit last year, this boy, I'm hoping, won't. 20 years old, Italian, does a pressing forward, target man, poacher, complete forward. He's pretty well rounded in all of them. I look at this physically. He's very decent, but mentally is probably where he's at his best here. Aggression of 15, which is what I like. He's someone that's going to put himself about a little bit. He's 5'11", so he's not the tallest bloke in the world, but he's big enough. He's got decent strength at 13, off the balls 15, determination 16, work rate 15, finishing 14 and heading of 14. He's a very, very well-rounded striker, and I fancy him to get quite a lot of goals this season. I'm relying on him to bang in the goals. Come on, Marco Tuminello. Tummy, I love it. So yeah, you can see here we brought in £23.5 million worth of revenue, and actually spent out £12.125 million. And quite a lot of some players we actually did have coming back. So there are some players that have come back that are almost a bit like new signings. Most notably is James Bree, who'll probably be our #1 right back. I say that, but then we've also got a guy called Frédéric Gilbert, and he's actually meant to be our best right back, and I'll probably be playing him actually ahead of James Bree to start with, but Bree's probably got a higher ceiling. Also got this boy, who I've been very excited to use for quite a while on FM, Russian Hepburn Murphy. If you are a Villa fan, you'll know of him, I'm sure, because he's a very promising youngster. Very, very quick off the mark, and he's got good finishing ability. As an advanced forward to help stretch defences, he's going to be crucial for us, and I've given him the #9, so you should now have some faith in him. So a little look at pre-season will tell you that we actually we've got a pretty good one. The only team we lost to was Inter, and we actually drew 0-0 on penalties in a friendly cup semi-final. To draw with Inter Milan, I was very, very impressed. Other than that, it was pretty wins across the board. Not a lot of clean sheets. I think we're going to be a lot more exciting to watch this year going forward. We'll have a look at the little season preview here. We are actually tipped to finish 3rd, which I don't like the idea of. Like I said, West Ham are evens to go up, and you can't really argue with that. They've still got some quality players. They've got Masuaku, Fabianski, Felipe Anderson, Jack Wilshere, Arnautovic, and Yarmolenko. All of them are in the predicted team of the season, which is absolutely ridiculous, really. That's the kind of standard now that we are going up against. I still fancy that we can get promoted this year. If we get off to a good start, I think the squad's a bit bigger this year. I've got a lot more in the way of striking options than I did last year. I think that's probably where we fell down a little bit at the end. And there's still some money in the coffers. We've got an overall balance of £17 million, so all is not lost. Today then, our first game is going to be at home to Sheffield United. We're playing on the Sunday and we are on TV, so obviously the bookies and the general public are quite excited to see us in action. We have yet to beat Sheffield United in the save after last year. Lost them both times. I'm just going to do the squad and I'll see you in a minute. So in terms of the lineup today, we are still playing our 4-2-3-1 system. Kalinic is in goal, and you've got Taylor, Chester, Maé, and Gilbert at the back. So that's probably going to be our normal back four, I'd hazard a guess. Although there is a chance that Badiashile maybe overtakes James Chester. I'm not 100% sure. Chester's more of a leader of the team, so it's probably why I need him in there, because he's also a bit more experienced. John McGinn and Hurricane make up the midfield too, as you normally would. And then it's a bit more of a new look midfield here with Adoma, Maria and Wilson. Andre Green will normally play on the left, but he's actually carrying a little bit of a knock. Mila as well as also carrying a bit of a knock, so we won't get to see him today, but obviously I think he might fit in with one of these two, so we can always rotate it between Lansbury, McGinn, Hurricane and Mila. We're just a lot more better stocked this year. And then up front is Tommy or Tuminello, whichever you prefer. He's playing in the complete forward role today, but I might try him as a pressing forward. I just don't think you get as many goals when you play it as pressing forward, but it is his more preferred role, so if he is struggling I might turn it on and see what happens. I could really do with a good start to the season here. As you can tell, there are a few players making debuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in all fairness. They've not got that many people making debuts. They've got Adam Bogdan in goal, Dennis Adoy and Shankland up front. What a name that is. I love a 5-2-1-2. But if we can get in down the wings and exploit those, we should be in a good stead. I guess I expect nothing but a win from this match. Not a lot of people are taking to that kindly, but I'm giving them a bit of faith. The new boys will get used to my faith, chat. Everyone gets used to it eventually. Right, away we go. We got off to such a good start last year. I think it was a 4-1 win we had at the start of last year. Long may that continue. Hopefully history will repeat itself. It's been a quiet opening 20. There's not been any highlights, but there's only been one shot on target, and that was for Sheffield United. It's pretty even Stevens, but here we go. First highlight of the season then. Gilbert into play, Maria. He finds Gilbert. Good ball in. Tominello not quite there. John McGinn. Oh, he hits one, but it's good blocking. Conor Hurricane on the ball now. Goodbye to Neil Taylor. We know he's got a good delivery. Whips it in. Tuminello nearly there. Pelea Maria to Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson is off the mark on his debut. Pelea Maria with the assist. Oh, I'm excited. That front four excites me. Good patient play by us here. I told the boys to exploit the flanks because that's where we're going to probably catch out Sheffield United. They're playing quite narrow apart from the wing backs, and it's a great finish by Harry Wilson. He takes it early, catches the keeper off guard, and bang! 1-0 to the Villa. Get in. Villa Park is rocking. I might have just had like literally the best cup of tea viewers. It was just, oh, heavenly. We're doing well here, and there's another corner. Conor Hurricane whips it in. 2-0 at the back post, doesn't quite get there. McGinn, it's fallen to Mai. Oh my god, has Mai scored? Or is it an own goal? Oh, it's been given to John Egan. That seems a bit harsh on Mai. It looks like it was probably going in. I need to see this again on the replay, but either way we're 2-0 up, which is a brilliant start. John McGinn there heads it down. Mai, I mean, come on now. You can't not give that to Mai. It was on target. Doesn't matter. It's a great finish. It's not. It's a terrible finish. What am I talking about? I'm all over the place. It's because I'm too excited. I passionately said to the boys, I'm very happy. I'm just going to get Timo Mello to calm down slightly. Just don't get yourself another yellow, mate. He looks delighted. He looks delighted that I'm just telling him to calm down. If you could, mate, just relax. It's okay. Well, with over an hour gone. It's time to test out the other players we got. I'm going to bring on Luca and put him as a target man. Let's see what happens when we play a target man. I rarely ever do it. So he's going on. I'm going to take off Lucas Mai. He's played really well, but he's a bit tired because he's got to get used to the pace of the league. And it's the same with player Maria. I'm going to take him off and bring on Henry Lansbury and swap him with Connor. Actually, I'm just going to drop him back here. We'll play a little midfield three. There we go. I like the look of that. There we go. Let's do that. The important thing I just realised is that West Ham and West Brom lost their first games of the season straight away. So, two teams that we really are going to be going head-to-head with have already, by the looks of things, got a 3-point deficit to us. And yes, I know it's very, very early doors, but I want us to be relentless this year. I don't want us to drop stupid points. Oh no, it's a penalty. I don't want us to drop points. Penalty. Please save it. No, it's bloody Billy Sharp. He's not going to miss, is it? It's Billy Sharp. Billy Sharp. Oh, Kalinic has saved it. It is an ultimately brilliant start to the season with a great save by Kalinic. Takes him up to a 7.4, you little beast. He was a little bit disappointing towards the end of last season, Kalinic, but that warms my heart. John McGinn. Connor out to Neil Taylor. He tried to smack it in, but not this time. Is he going to have another go? Harry Wilson takes it down. Oh my god, Harry Wilson. That is magic-ish. I nearly said Messi-ish. Let's not get too excited, but he is the championship Messi. The Messi of the championship. Look at this. Lovely from Neil Taylor on his wrong foot. What a take, what a touch, and oh my god, he's absolutely done about 3 players there. The 2 defenders and the goalkeeper. I'm so glad I got him in. I had so many potential loan options. We had Ben Woodburn, Nketiah from Arsenal. There were loads of players that we could have potentially got. Smith Rowe from Arsenal as well. And I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to go for Harry Winks because he proved last year with Derby that he was quality. And he's made a flying start to the season this year. A 3-0 win against Sheffield United, who are no mugs in this league. That is a damn good start. I'm going to certainly say, well done, lads. That was a good win for us. Delighted. What a start. Classy Wilson on form. Played at a 9 on his debut. I'm going to say you were superb in the last game, mate. Keep it up. He likes that. Genius. Where do we come back then? Oh, well, naturally, I think we're going to have to come back here for the Huddersfield and West Ham games. Obviously, both of them getting relegated from the Premier League. That is going to be a very decent test at the end of this August month. And see where we stand then in relation to the big boys in the league. Huddersfield are also predicted to finish 4th, so 2 massive games back to back there. Very, very exciting. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think of my transfer business. Do you reckon we're going to get promoted this year? I think the squad's a bit more well-rounded this year. I'm gutted that I lost Jack. I genuinely am, but it was the only way I was ever going to get any money to be able to get in any players. Without that money for Jack, I literally only had 2 signings. And they were all on loan. Otherwise, we just wouldn't have had a squad. So it is what it is. But he'll come back. I'll sign him later on in the series. I promise. I vow to you now, he will be ours again. Thank you so much for watching the episode. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until I see you for the big doubleheader against Huddersfield and West Ham in the Championship, stay cool.